There's this discussion reminds me of a fantastic article that I read in the Harvard Business Review years ago. It was called "The Four Truths of the Storyteller," and it was written by a man named Peter Guber. He's a very successful businessman in the U.S., and he, among his companies, is one called Mandalay Entertainment, and they've made some big Hollywood movies like 7 Years in Tibet with Brad Pitt or Legend of Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp. And this article caught my attention because in it, the author talks about how people in business, in companies, organizations, people like you and me, how we can use storytelling techniques from Hollywood in a business presentation. And very simply, he said, for a story to make a real impact, there have to be four truths, four things that are true about it. Number one is truth to the speaker, which means you as a speaker have to feel something for the story. It has to mean something to you, which is why personal stories are so great, because they're part of who we are. The second truth is truth to the audience. There's got to be something in your story that if I'm in the audience, I can take and apply in my life. For example, companies hire people who have done amazing things like, I don't know, maybe they've climbed Mount Everest. They bring them in and they give a talk about their climbing Mount Everest. Well, how many people from the company do you think are going to go climb Mount Everest afterwards? I'm guessing zero. That's my guess. So why bring the person in? Well, maybe there's something in her story about teamwork or something in her story about resilience in the face of challenges. That's truth to the audience. The third one is truth to the moment, which means you tell the right story in the right amount of detail at the right time. So people sometimes like to tell a story which goes on and on and on. You got to be able to keep it tight as well and condensed for the situation. And then the fourth truth is what he calls truth to the mission. How does this story help the audience move towards the mission, the objective that you have set for them, which brings us all the way back to this idea of persuasion.